yourself.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Good evening. Myself Prahlad. So actually, I have done my BTech and MTech from IIT Bombay Aerospace Engineering. Then after that, I joined Bosch, and from past 5 years, I'm working with Bosch, and right now I'm working as system engineer there. So earlier I was having one project in aerospace. Then later on I moved to automotive. So basically right now I'm in automotive domain, and I'm extensively working on Matlab and Simulink based programming. So basically like Matlab and Simulink in these industries, you can see Matlab is used extensively, and right now people are moving to a virtual prototype, means system level, all the modeling will be done in Simulink. And right now, in automotive, what is happening? So suppose if someone is testing one issue, then they need various signal from car itself. So basically, what they do, they make model for every subsystem of the car, and virtual signals will be given to ECU. That is happening right now in automotive industry, and the same thing is happening in aerospace also. Every subsystem will be modeled, and then all these models will be integrated together so that they can simulate whole system. So basically, why this is necessary right now for the industry? Because suppose if we are making one full hardware, and then we are programming, and then if we are testing, then it will take a lot of time as well as money also. So basically, what Matlab does, it reduces that time as well as cost also. Manpower also will be saved if you use Matlab-based simulation models. So that's why, use of Simulink-based modeling has increased quite a lot in these industries. And if you also looking for a job in this field, then if you go to any Naukri.com or any LinkedIn, if you search there jobs for MBD model-based development, or if you search Matlab or Simulink, you will get quite a lot of jobs in these portals. So if you have basic knowledge of Matlab-Simulink, then it will be a very big point on your resume that you are familiar with this tool, and it will help you in securing, either if you are looking for internship or entry-level job, then it will help you quite a lot. And apart from that, if you are already working somewhere and if you are looking for another job, then also in your resume, if you write this thing, then surely it will help you quite a lot. So basically, today's session, we have planned so that we can give you introduction, what we will be covering in the course, and based on that you will get idea what you will be learning in this course. So Zarin, I think we can start showing some what is Matlab, how it is used. So or should we wait for other participants?
Sure. I mean, we can start now. So basically, we'll start with some basic commands and stuff in Matlab, and then you'll tell about then you'll showcase some projects, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
get the details of the project based course that you're doing. So interested people can check that out. Meanwhile, we can get started. I think people have joined.
yeah, okay, so Uh, so actually, like I think you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
So basically, I have installed Matlab 2016B. So what happens like each year, Matlab will be releasing two versions. So it is called A and B. So in first half of the year, it will be A, and later on it will be B. So right now I have installed 2016B, but you can install any Matlab version. So basically, all these commands will be quite same only. Some GUI difference might be there, but it will not hinder our coursework. Okay. So basically, this Matlab is developed by Mathworks organization, and they have this Matlab-Simulink and uh, like state flow. They have different products, but we can access everything from this Matlab GUI. So basically, if I tell you, then basically on Matlab, when you open this Matlab from your startup menu, to type Matlab, then this will open, and we see this screen. Then from this top menu, you can access like some tools are there, like new script. Then here also you can see a lot of things you can do. Then you can open new projects or previous project you have worked on. You can open here, and then you can load some data from like file, either Excel or some data file is there. Then before that, I will show you like uh, there are different panels you can see here. Like one is workspace, one is command history, then like current folder, like that. So what happens, like these are like lockable panels. Like you can shift their position wherever you feel comfortable. So you can move around. So basically, what generally you need is the command window is necessary, then workspace and current folder is quite necessary, because suppose if I write some command like 2 into 5, so basically this is basic is like calculator type of commands, and like you can also say variables of this one. So this will whatever variables are there, those variables you will see here in workspace. So maybe you can whenever you run a script, all the variables will be stored in workspace that you can access. And variables here, you can save these variables into a file, and later on you can load these variables also, like say workspace, and then you can load also these workspace. Okay. And so suppose and this is command history. So whatever command I do here in command window, that you can see here whatever commands I have earlier executed. So this will go into command history. So suppose I write clear, then you can see here in command it is saving. So clear basically means like clearing all the variables in workspace, and CLC means clearing this command window. And then coming here, so one is load data. So we can import data, like I have put some sample data. So this is some text file. So from there you can load data. So either you can load them as a column vectors or matrix, like that. So for right now, for simple examples, I have loaded these data. So is fair. Some data is there. I have taken from some data science project, and like this way you can load data. Here you can create new variables. So these are all are variables. You can open variables. Any variables you can open from here. So it will show in another window. like this. So so you can see what is there in each variable, what values are there that you can see here. And then some this is analyze code. You can see here new script. So script means there are two types of coding. Like here you can write some command, like you can write plot, some age, and um, and suppose like this you can plot, and the thing is you can also save these commands in file. So you can save these commands in script file. So you can write here like like this. So so that you don't need to write again and again in command window, and it will be stored and you can run anytime. So basically this is editor as you use for other programming languages. So this is the kind of editor. So in Matlab, like there are two types of uh, you can say programming. One is script based programming and another one is model based programming, which we call as Simulink. And this is a script. So this is called as a script based programming. And here we can see at home, if we go to new, and then we can see here one is script and one is live script. So in script also there are two types. So in live script, what we can do more apart from script is we can write some text also. We can insert images also, so that it will explain us what this code means. So here I can write suppose if I want to write some text, then I can write this is for um, our tutorial purpose. Okay. So like this, we can write, we can change it to heading or title like this. And then we can write code in the same file also. So float like this. And basically this live editor is very similar to what we use in Python as Jupyter notebooks. There, we can run each cell individually, and we can continue writing next cells. So here it is called as sections. So we can write, we can execute all the sections, or we can continue executing section by section. So if I execute this one, so it will give me a plot here. So it will give me plot here. So basically, if you write everything in one file, then you will be able to understand easily what this means, what this plot is for. Then you can insert images also in sections. So if you want to put some logos or anything, then that also you can write here, so that it will be easier for other person to understand what is happening in this file. Okay. So we will cover more about this live script in our course. So moving ahead. So basically, going to home. So then how can I hide this top panel? Do you
Is
know?
that because of
Time.
you can minimize Zoom, maybe the Zoom application?
Okay. Mhm. Okay, I think this is okay. Anyway, okay. So moving ahead, so here in this analyze code, so this is like suppose some problem is there in our code, so it will scan all these files in our folder, and it will show the result like we have a problem in this particular file, and what is the question. Okay. And for our script, there is one good method for debugging also. So suppose if I click here, then you will get one dot here, and there you can debug this complete editor code one by one. So that also I will show you like how we can do. And another thing is run and time. So this will tell like if we are running one function, then how much time it is taking and how many times it is being called. So suppose if I take one simple uh, code which I have written. So suppose if I run this one, then run in time. If I run this one, then I will get this information like what is the runtime for a complete this function, and how many times it is called, and how much time this function is taking, and how much time this run is taking. So basically, like this is used for that. And then this is button for Simulink access. So by pressing this button, we can open Simulink GUI. Then another thing here, I want to show you like, so here, like this is layout. Like right now I have shown you like different layouts is there. Like you can like put this command window here, workspace here, then command history. So whatever is preferably for you, you can change layout, like you want default one, or you want your own one, or a three column like this. So there are different possible combinations you can try based on your preference. Then some preferences are there, then paths, and this is parallel programming that we will cover in our course. Then there are many add-ons which we will talk shortly. And then for plots, this one is very easy tool here. So select one variable, and you can choose any plot you want. There are multiple types of plots available here. So basically, you can select one, select data, and select any plot, and it will give you plot like that. So this is also possibility here. Then we have apps. There are multiple apps. So we will cover in our course, like how we can build our own apps. So right now, what we are seeing, they are created by other people, and so like we can also create our own apps. And suppose if I open this one app, curve fitting. So here you can select data like this, and then you will see this like it has done our job, and it has fitted one line here with P1 and P2, and it is given within 95 percentage confidence interval. So this is also possible. And another one like PID tuner we will cover shortly. And this is Matlab coder. So what it does, like suppose we have written some Matlab code, and if we want to convert into some like embedded C, then we can use this Matlab coder. Basically, the purpose of Matlab is it's called fast prototyping. Basically, earlier I explained like why we require method, because in our automotive industry, or in aerospace industry, what customer wants, they want quick results. So like it is said in automotive that they want solution before a problem has occurred. So basically, that is the type like they expect response very fast. So basically, our aim is to reduce this time between prototyping. So basically, for that we use Matlab and Simulink, and we generate code from this Matlab code, and this Matlab code is the if we generate C code from Matlab code, so that is also like very efficient. It is not like if we write manual code, and if we generate from Matlab code, and if we write manual code, then it is checked that generated code will be efficient than handwritten code. So that is the level of perfection like MATLAB has achieved, and all the compliances for automotive are also met if we generate code from MATLAB coder and Simulink coder. So and another thing are like there are vast collection of all the apps they use for different industries. So like some people might be using for data science. So a lot of functions are there. Even for computer vision also there are like many apps are available. So there are many functions available in Simulink. So those also people can use. So here, like for code verification also, they have this police space tool. So it tells like where can be the problem in the code for automotive. So before deploying any code, we use this police space tool to find any bug. Suppose if you ask for some examples like this, if we are iterating through arrays, it is not going out of bounds like that, or some division by zero issues are there. So all these bugs are found by this police space tool. This I have given for example, but it checks a lot other things. So basically, like we will be going through all these. We will be going through a few apps like PID tuner, like whatever is useful for us, because there is no end to apps. There are a lot many apps for MATLAB which we can use. So we will be covering this part in our course, and in editor I have shown you like we can write codes here, okay, and then we can run, we can set breakpoints, okay. So if I set breakpoint here, then it will stop here, okay. Then I can go line by line where it is going, okay. So um, it will meanwhile, we can also check like what variables are there in workspace. So debugging is very easy in MATLAB. So uh, there are different like run to cursor. So if I put my cursor here, and if I press this run to cursor, then it will directly come here. So till this point, it will automatically run. So this way, like debugging becomes very easy for us. So suppose we are seeing some problem in our code, and result is not as expected, so we can use this debugging tool for our script. So this is quite useful for faster debugging. So we can quit this one, or we can run for or till this program ends. So this is for our script, and then we can generate some HTML files also in this tool, publish. So if you click on publish, then
Prahlad,
it will generate HTML
hello.
files. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hello.
some are saying like the output screen was not visible. I think
Okay. Okay. Okay.
so. Yeah, it's not. It's only
Actually,
black now.
uh, yeah, yeah. Actually, I think I have shared this MATLAB only. I
Okay. Okay.
will share again screen. I will share screen.
Yeah. When
So
you
I
share,
think right now you can see my whole screen, isn't it?
right, right. Now it's
Yeah.
visible.
Okay. So I will.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's visible.
Yeah. So
So Prahlad, can you like
actually, like
give a little bit of like insight into what like a system engineer does. Like, so, like, what is the role that you do? And, like, so for people who want to get into like entry level roles, like what is the work that they'll be doing, and like how they'll be using MATLAB and all
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So actually, in automotive, what happens? System engineer has the responsibility for complete system, which includes hardware as well as software and mechanical properties of the system. So basically, job of system engineer to like aid the development of project. At initial stages, he is responsible for capturing all the requirements related to the project, and then he will be responsible for deriving other requirements. So suppose the requirements initially which is set up is called customer requirements. Okay, so these are the requirements which we are bound to fulfill. Okay, then from there we have to derive other requirements like system requirements, then architecture requirement, and then from there we have to interact with the software team to derive software requirements. Okay, so basically as a developer, initially what happens with architect, so we have to derive first we have to devise like different modules. So suppose in automotive what happens like this software architecture is different than what we use in robotics. So basically, it is um, like uh, hierarchy-based system where on top it will be like application layer. Okay, then down it will be like service layer, and then abstraction layers will be there. So main job of a software developer will be to develop application layer, and in that application layer there will be different modules like sensor module will be different, then actuators will be different. So for basically architect will be defining like how each module will be interacting with each other. Okay, so basically we have to take one suppose if I take one sensor example, then we have to like develop code for that particular sensor. Suppose some electric value is some we have received some voltage value, then how to convert into numerical value, then how to define things like we should be able to detect whether this voltage value is faulty or not. So that we have to devise, and then we have to interact with the architect to integration for integration of the all sensor modules and actuator modules. And later on, after our system is once developed, and after that, what happens like there will be multiple problems coming from customer side, so that we have to handle. So basically, what happens suppose customer reports a problem, then we have to debug the code. So at that time, we have to be sure that where to look into our code. So basically, in automotive, we log all the DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, and based on that we know like where can be the problem. Okay, so basically suppose if I log if I saw that the DTC is related to some particular sensor, then we have to go and see that particular sensor module, and if I find that yeah, this problem is in sensor module, then I have to correct. And we also have to check whether people are testing that particular test case correctly or not. I have observed that there are many problems coming because of the people, they are not testing correctly, they are not putting this testing criteria, validation criteria correctly, and based on that also like some issues will be coming. So as a system engineer, it is your responsibility to understand the whole system correctly, and you have to understand all the requirements correctly, and you have to make sure that all the requirements are implemented correctly. So apart from that, if some problem comes, then you have to go through code. You have to make sure that yeah, this requirement is implemented correctly. So those requirements also you can link with your Simulink model, that this Simulink model satisfies this requirement. So that also you can do. And like uh, other job for Matlab is function developer. So basically, function developer. The basic idea of this position is only to develop code for particular, like as I mentioned, like for particular sensor, if you want to develop code. So that also like you can do for particular sensor. So that is the job of function developer, that you have to like for that particular sensor, you have to write whole code. Then you have to test it. Like there will be people who will be testing your software, and if they give you uh, any feedback, then you have to correct your code, and then you have to check your code, and you have to give them that code back for validation and verification. And after that, we'll go for integration. So this is like and in aerospace also, like it happens, like you will be given for particular sensor or control system design, and they will give you performance criteria, like the response should be this much fast, and it should not overshoot like this. So that you have to design Simulink, and that you have to check whether all the performance criteria are met. Then you can deliver that. So for a project, there will be whole uh, directly will be there. So you can use your use your software, and you can deliver to other people also who are working on the same project. So basically, it happens like that. In both the industries. So basically, for entry level, I think like knowing script and Simulink basics will be, I think, enough. And all everything which is required for entry level people, we will cover in this course. And we will also be doing some projects which will be very similar to what is being there in industry. So based on that, you will get idea, like in interview also, what type of questions can be asked, and what type of work will be there in actual industry. So those things we will cover in our assignments and projects. So you will get a fair idea about the things.
So can you
So
show some like systems that you
sorry.
already built, or some kind of simulations, so that people get an idea?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, like I have taken this one. It is taking some time.
So what is this project basically?
Actually, like right now, I am showing this I am presenting from my personal computer only. So actually, this is not like official. Sorry, this is not my actual work. So basically, I have taken one example. Like this kind of things you will encounter in industry. So basically, suppose this is the complete system integration. So this is control, engine, electrical, and then vehicle dynamics. Okay,
So
so
what is this
everything is
exactly?
modeled here.
Broadly, can you give an idea? Or like what are we looking at?
Yeah. So suppose if you open this vehicle dynamics, then you will see like two models are there. So this is the variant subsystem. This is model. If you go inside, then you will see the vehicle model itself. Okay. So how it is brake pedal, then gearbox, rear differential, inertia, everything is given here in this. So we have modeled complete. Like vehicle dynamics in this block. So here, like in different these blocks, so different things are modeled. So suppose if I go to system level, then you can see motor and synchronous generator drives, DC-DC converter, battery, everything is modeled here. You can go inside and check like what are the different components. So this we will cover and like we will be making some models like this. And if you see here control, so in controls like this is state flow diagram. So basically like which mode is there. So start mode or like motion mode, brake mode. So this state flow diagram we will cover in our course, and then engine. So like how these blocks are put. So these like this communication is happening through this bus like this. So when we run this model, then this will compile, and whatever signal we want to access, we can directly log these signals, and we can check each signal like what is the value. Okay, so basically this will come in Simulink, which was like you can see here, vehicle speed is here in this playground software. And another thing, like I was about
So
to,
are you running a simulation there? Like, is it
yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. So this is complete now. So basically, like if you want to, so first you have to model every element. So here, like we have model vehicle dynamics, electrical control, engine, everything we have modeled, and then we have integrated every module. And then if we run simulation, then we can access like each and every signal, which may be like internal signal also, or we can display like this on separate panels also. So that like suppose our result is not as expected, then we can log signals, and we can debug all the signals easily, and we can find out like where the problem is occurring. So this thing is there, and like when we click this Simulink button, then it will open this window. We can create one blank model, and then we can access all these things here. So suppose if you want to make this kind of model, then we can access all these blocks here, like whatever is the bus or everything we require for creating MDD. So here you can see like there are different libraries here. So one is like this is base Simulink library where some blocks are provided for like signals and for display and for logics, all these things. And then like suppose if you go for different domain, then for different domain also there are multiple blocks are provided which we can use for our simile. Then this thing scape which we were using here in this block. So here like electronics you can use passive devices. There are many different kind of models available which we can use. So this Simscape we will cover in our course. And like finally, like this is the uh, complete system which we are seeing here. And in bigger projects, what happens like there will be like bigger storage of all the files. So in our AutoSAR library, so we have to put single sensor file we have to put into different folders, and then there will be like compiler which will link every files, and it will give us one single source code file, and then we have to deliver that to our customer. So this is how it is done. So basically in our project we will be doing this kind of modeling, and we will be running the simulation.
So,
And
like a model like this, I mean, how much time goes into building something like this?
yeah, so this complete model is quite big because if you check, then this much is possible. But with this model, if you see here, then you will see like multiple other files are also there, which is supporting this model. Okay. So like it is possible that we make one model during our coursework, but complete project will be a little bit difficult because we have to take care of other variables and other processes also. So basically, like we what we can do, this kind of one single system model we can take up as our project. So and the other files like I can develop, and I can supply, which will be like supporting files. So basically, the idea is like you should use all the things which you done during our classes, that you should use in our project or assignment, so that like it will be you will be familiar with all these modeling techniques and all these commands. So basically, like idea is to implement what you learned during classes. So basically, we will try to cover whatever you have learned, so that we will design such an assignment so that everything will be used there. So maybe other things are not difficult, but they may be time consuming. So, so
So,
basically, like we
for
can take
entry level, like entry level roles, like what do companies look for? Like, what do they check in the resume and in like
yeah.
in the
So,
interview?
yeah. So basically, for entry level, if you are familiar with Simulink, so for entry level, like knowing about this one alone is quite enough. So if you use these all the blocks, all the blocks available in Simulink. So it itself is quite enough for entry level roles. But if you are familiar with Simscape also, then it is quite like I will say very added advantage, and like many people use this one. So this is quite like powerful tool. Like you can do a lot of things with Simscape, and you can move robotics arm with this Simscape, and like that many things are possible. But if this Simulink block is known to you, then this also is enough for entry level jobs. So these are like mostly this Matlab function. This is quite a this is used quite a lot in so basically, this is model-based simulation. So you can also define a text-based model also in Simulink, and this is S function. This is also quite used in coding. And so basically for Simulink, the Simulink is enough. And then for the script, so like if you are familiar with like functions, basically functions is are quite important. But then if you know about differential integration, then some plotting, so you can plot using the command line. So if you know that thing, and then this runtime is quite important. So for automotive and aerospace applications, so runtime is quite important. So that we have to check, and if it is meeting our requirement, then this is fine. So basically, uh, this basic commands for Matlab in the functions is quite important. Then different math functions like log or sine, cosine, all these things. So these are quite important. And then from Simulink perspective, as I shown you, like if you are familiar with even Simulink blocks, then also I think it would be enough. And if you have some projects, if you have worked on some projects, then people will believe that yeah, you have experience in Simulink. So that will be added advantage.
Right, right. So, like, what are the kind of industries where this is helpful? Like, what are the kind of jobs or companies for which you can apply?
Okay. Yeah, even if I suppose if I search your like it is very useful like in like automotive, I can surely say that there are a lot of companies will be looking for and even for like Bombardier, which is this locomotive company, and they make this metro trains. So they are also looking for this kind of profile. So if you write here similarly, flow MBD, you search any location, you will get a lot of jobs here. So MBB developer, software developer, company data, so MBB developer. If I search with Matlab also or Simulink also, then also you will get a lot of jobs. So basically, as I mentioned, like basically all the automotive companies like Bosch or um, like Mercedes or Volvo, all these people, they look for this kind of profile. So there are a lot of jobs in the market. So it is not like it will go in vain. No, there are lot of vacancies for this kind of profile. And basically, like for robotics, also people look for this because it is, as you know, like it is fast prototyping. So people can quickly design some control algorithm and they can show the results quickly. So for that also, like it is very important that people know this MATLAB simulating, and they can help them develop things quickly. So there are limitless possibilities with MATLAB simulation, what you can do. Even if someone is interested in data science or image processing, so for them also, like they can use MATLAB. And there are multiple libraries also, inbuilt functions also are there, which they can use. So, so like robotics system tool, mobile robot algorithms are there. So you can use. So uh, actually, this Simulink is used generally in every field. Wherever you go, like you can use this one because development time is very less. Same thing if you want to develop in other languages, then it will take a lot of time. So that's why like it is very essential that we have this capability of Matlab very well. So,
Great. So, guys, if you
anyone
have
have
any
any other
questions,
questions?
yeah, you can ask. You can put it in the chat. So, like Prahlad, so what are you planning to do in the course? Like, what kind of projects are going to be there? Like, is it going to be the one that you showed, like the hybrid electric vehicle?
So basically, like what I am planning. Okay, so basically this is our outline, course outline. So in first week we will be working with script-based coding. So there we will learn all the basics about mathematics and this functions, then calculus, symbolic math, and all these things. And we will have assignment which uses all these commands and that we can complete during weekends. And in second week, we will be working with Simulink. And similarly, we will have one small assignment. So basically, what I'm planning actually, so based on the number of parts names, like from which industry they belong. So, so suppose most of the people, suppose they want to go into automotive, so we will be taking some yeah, assignment which is relevant for automotive. So basically that will come in week two, and then in week three we will work with state flow and some application building and the GUI based, and the assignment will also be relevant for state flow and GUI related. Then at the end, we will have a small assignment regarding this control system and code conversion and writing some test cases for this particular system. And then finally we have one bigger project which I have shown you, which may be like related to automotive or aerospace based on like what parts firms want to do. So suppose majority of the people want to like a project to be related to robotics, then that also we can do. Or suppose they want from automotive, then we can also do related to automotive. So that we can discuss
That will be
after
similar to
people join the course.
right. It will be similar to the model that you showed, right? Like the hybrid
Yeah,
HEV.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Great. So, uh, yeah, guys, if you have any questions, you can share it here. Can you show the model again? Like, uh,
Yeah. So
it's not. Yeah, it's the
like
name.
this is one model.
Yeah. So Shubh has a question.
Mm,
Like, what kind of, what are the different, or what kind of scope of computer science or computer engineering student in MATLAB? Okay.
sorry.
What is the scope for a
So,
computer science
so
student in MATLAB?
okay, okay. So actually, suppose if you are a computer science student and if you are thinking to go in the direction of data science, depending on like different industry, like in computer science also, like we will have different industry. So based on that, suppose MATLAB has many functions related to data science also, and though like people prefer Python, but MATLAB also has similar capability. So people can use MATLAB also for those purposes. And mostly if you ask me for developing IT products, then it won't be much useful because the purpose of MATLAB is like scientific computing. So for that purpose, it won't be that much useful. But for suppose you want to develop some models, or if you want to make some system, then MATLAB will be useful. So depending on what interest he has, based on that, he can use MATLAB. So
Great.
if you want to check so there are different models here. So suppose this is basic weighting model. Okay. And so
Great. I think Prahlad, we can.
yeah, okay, okay. So basically, we will also go through how to test each. Suppose we develop some module here, so how we can test this module, because testing is very necessary in both industries, aerospace, automotive, like that.
Right. Right.
We will cover in our course.
Great. Sounds good.
Apart from that, if you have any question.
Yeah, sure. Like if you have any questions, like you can ask in the group also, guys. I think most of you are there in the Telegram group. So I'll share the link for
Yeah.
the group also in case you're not there. Yeah. So like you can ask a question in the group. We'll update you about future sessions, and we'll share other resources and all in the group. Great. Okay then. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Prahlad. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah. Thanks for participating. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.